Hello, welcome to this video. I will walk you through the process of creating a service account in AD and then convert it into a Keytab so that way you can actually use it for automation. There are several delegations that need to happen and I'm going to basically go through them one by one. In your environment, most likely if you're a Unix, Linux, or Mac administrator, you have to work with your AD counterpart to do this. I have all the rights, so I can do it myself. So first, you have to request a regular user account. This account does not have to have any special domain admin or any of that things, right? That's poor security practice if you do that. So we're going to go ahead and create a new account, just a regular user. And I'm going to call it AD joiner. So the first name is AD. My account is AD, dash joiner, right? Once I have the account, one things that I can do is set it to a password, and we'll cover the topic of passwords in a second. But I'm gonna just set it to a known password, right? And I'm gonna go ahead and create it, right? So one way, if you're on the Unix side that you want to keep your AD counterpart in check, you can ask for that account. Hey, what's the password? And you can say, well, I can test it from the Unix CLI, and I can use this trick that is in the cheat sheet, right, for server suite that I published, and it's to check a credential, right? So from the Unix CLI, you can use this particular sheet here to be able to check the account, right? So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go ahead and run the AD info command -a and then minus user AD joiner, right? It's going to ask me for the password. And notice that it's going to say, hey, the password is correct, right? But what we don't want is to have service accounts with known passwords. We want those things to be separated, right? We're going to cover that. The next step is to provide the delegations, right? So when you're joining a machine to Active Directory, you need to have the delegation to join a system to the domain, right? There's another delegation inside Centrify as well. So all we need to do is locate the container where the machines are going to be joined. If you have multiple containers, you have to do it in multiple containers and just delegate control. There's a wizard. This can be done by your AD administrator, right? All he needs to do is pick the account, right? And basically delegate rights in this way. We're going to do a custom task to delegate. We're going to select only the specific objects. So for computer objects, I want to do create and delete. That's what I want to do. In that specific object, right, I can do more things, but just to keep things simple, I'm going to do full control, right? So this account will allow you to join machines to this particular containers, right? Then there's another step. The step is the step of being able to allow the machine to join systems to the zone. For this, you need Access Manager, right? So in the target zone or zones, you have to delegate zone control and then pick the same account, in this case, AD Joiner. And I'm going to set up the delegations at this way. I'm going to allow this machine only to join computers to the zone, to remove computers from the zone, and to modify computer profiles, right? So we're trying to do what is called the least privilege management. Give this account the least amount of privileges so it can do only the functions that you want. As you know, just a recap, Centrify does provide the ability to have subgroupings of systems in something called computer roles, right? And computer roles are contained within AD group. So if you look at a computer role, you know the AD group that makes up that computer role, right? So if you're using the Centrify best practices, most likely you're going to have that computer role, that AD group, security group in the computer roles container, right? In order for you to be able to take a computer object and put it in that group, you need the ability to, or the delegated right to add and remove principals from a group. If this is another delegation in AD, we're going to do delegate control, right? And this one may be already pre-canned. So if I do check names here, there you go. And we're going to use, in this case, a pre-canned one. This is modify the memberships of a group. This is going to apply to this whole OU, right? So any group that I have in here, the joiner account will be able to basically add and remove members from that group. And that's it. This is the end of the delegations. And in the next video, I'll show you how to create the key tab, and then we'll test our configuration.